Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel.
I, KITHURE Kindiki, do swear.
So KITHURE Kindiki in this session now went through 3/4 of the sessions trying to understand the questions that were being channeled to KITHURE Kindiki. And as much as I found KITHURE Kindiki trying to be honest, there's something I managed to pick from a question that Junet Mohamed asked Professor KITHURE Kindiki. And Professor KITHURE Kindiki ran away from this question and apportioned blames to the police command. And this question was about what transpired in the country over the last 2 months. And you know what that means. It's about the demonstrations, and it's about the invasion of parliament, and the abductions, and the killings and the maimings. Personally, from this video that I'll share, you will realize that KITHURE Kindiki apportioned blame to the police command. And when I talk about police command, I'm talking about the IG, regional commanders, police commanders, the county commanders, talking about the OCAs, OCBD, that command structure. And he said his job is just to issue policies and guidance. But the people who are on the operational part is the police command. So I'd like to take you to this story extensively. But before you do that, please like this video. It's so important if you like this video. And I'm so grateful for everybody who has been liking our videos. I don't take that for granted. Subscribe to our channel if you've not subscribed before. And to existing subscribers, thank you so much for your support. Now, Junet realized that this is the perfect opportunity to put KITHURE Kindiki to task, to explain what happened in Kondele. You remember the story of Kondele during the Azimio demos and why the police had to invade Kondele and wreak havoc there. That story, a story that preceded a statement that was issued by the IG Javed Kome about hired bodies. You remember that story? So KITHURE Kindiki was confronted with similar questions.
Mr. Chairman, he is one of the two people who have been reappointed to the cabinet to the same docket that they were serving previously, the last 2 years. I want to ask you a question, Professor, that what do you think makes you feel that you can serve in that docket again? Because why I'm asking that question is because if you look at what happened in the last 2 months in this country, the demonstrations and the kind of thing that happened, in my view, you look like somebody who was lost. Your presence was not being felt. Your omnipresence was not being felt, if I may say so, because you could see abductions were happening, human rights abuses were happening, but the minister's voice was not being heard in that situation. What do you think, what makes you think that you can serve again in the same docket? But the next question is that you have also seen you have been widely accused the last 2 months or the last 1 year that you've presided over human rights abuses from time you've been appointed CS till last month. Particularly what happened, for example, on 25th of July 2024, and also during the Azimio demonstrations last year. More than 75 Kenyans lost their lives. And last month also, more than 50 Kenyans lost their lives. So there's a feeling that the national police response to protest is stuck in the old way of doing things. So the question is, to what extent do you think ministerial responsibility for the brutality meted on Kenyans by security organs? At what level do you think you can take responsibility for that? What new ways are you going now to do to stop that? So my question is, in spite of all these abuses that have happened, in spite of all the problems that Kenyans have encountered, what is this new idea that you will employ this time if you are approved by this house? Because one of the things we are looking at, Professor, Chairman, is the suitability of the person to hold that office. What makes you think you are suitable in spite of all those problems that you have encountered the last 2 months? Thank you, Chair.
Professor, proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, and honorable members. Want to respond as follows. That the reason that I didn't talk every day is because The events the honorable member is referring to were mainly operational issues. The work of the minister, the Cabinet Secretary for Interior, as envisaged in Article 245 of the Constitution, is to give the organs of national security that fall under that ministry policy direction and policy guidance, and in particular, because we are talking about the police, Mr. Speaker, the police is under independent command, Article 245, paragraph 2. There are only two people who can give the Inspector General of Police directives. First, the Cabinet Secretary for Interior, but only on policy issues. Number two, the the Director of Public Prosecutions in matters in investigations of criminal activities. Other than that, operational matters are handled by the command of the National Police Service, and therefore the minister doesn't give operational directives. We have communicated the policy during my time in office, the policy of the Kenya Kwanza administration on policing, which includes zero tolerance on extrajudicial killings, zero tolerance on abuse of human rights, and restraints in the use of force.
From the statement of KITHURE Kindiki, well, I know that these are just questions that are people trying to seek clarifications, but at the end of the day, I see KITHURE Kindiki's name itapita. I can tell you that KITHURE Kindiki tried the best to run away from the blames, and the blames have been apportioned on the IG and the command of police, because the operational part falls on the command. KITHURE Kindiki says his only part is just to issue policy and guidance, but people who execute commands, issue commands, hiyo ni wao, you know. So personally, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to rest my case there, but what do you think about this statement that KITHURE Kindiki issued? Do you agree with KITHURE Kindiki? Are you comfortable that KITHURE Kindiki will now do things better professionally? Because he was confronted with the aspect of professionalism. You know, we're using words like crash, I will crush you. You know, those are words which have made the police actually implement them. You know, when you say I will crush you, the police go to an extent of, in fact, crushing citizens. So those are some of the concerns which are confronted with KITHURE Kindiki. Now, it's just a matter of time before you find the results. So I think the vetting will go on until the 4th, but it's going to be on Sunday, because today the 1st and it's a Thursday. So Friday will be 2nd, that Saturday will be 3rd, and Sunday will be 4th. So this vetting will go on until Sunday. And on Sunday, that is the date that Oparanya is scheduled to take his seat in preparation for the grilling. Now, ladies and gentlemen, perhaps if you watch this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.